kill off the back of that.
I'm really not sure what the hell's going on here. Especially on the bottom side of the map, right? I wonder, like, Jumi, he's just used these... he had a courier deliver him a single clarity. And of course, he's got the 7 sticks.
Slark, he might be able to find first blood. Really nicely done. There will be a return kill, though, from Fish King, but Slark recognized that if the Queen of Pain step...
I mean, I guess the thing on the top side with the Quap is, A, you're playing into a Slark, so you can't really afford to go the Shadow Strike, and, well, even if you did, you're going to be seriously gimping your effectiveness later on, and, well, they're going to look to make another play onto TZY here. Stun into stun. Quite a long TP, though. Will he be able to get away? Doesn't seem like it. So that's a couple of deaths now for this last pick, Quap, and they might not even get the Slark in exchange.
Oh, so close. I thought that last battery shot was going to tick him out, but Slark was able to reposition accordingly. So great rotation out of Echoes. Yeah, well-deserved tip from his teammate as well. And when as we see the counterpart, the other mid laner, Butterfly Effect, is back in his jungle looking to catch up. Bottom lane, you have a snowball on forward. Molasses with another round of the Chakram. He might be in some trouble though. Can look to activate the mango if he needs the mana to try and use that Timber Chain.
This last pick, Queen of Pain, was 4, really? Like, I don't know. I guess they just wanted burst magic damage that had a little bit of mobility, I guess, because they know how gank-oriented. TZY might die again, never mind. He's going to be able to get away just in time.
It's actually Slark that's going to die now. Wow, all right. Very interesting rotation out of a Shadow Fiend. Didn't find a power rune. He's just looking to try and connect up. Saw an opportunity. The Quap will still go down though, TZ. Beautifully done with the combos. Able to catch TZY off guard. Open up the tower with Timber.
I mean, I would, but I would have liked to see them do it a little bit sooner as well, just because now you're running into a potential Requiem. You're running into Clockwork with the... Well, he's got his courier coming out to him now with the tome on it. So you're going to have that
top lane.
Clockwork might die, though, so I wonder if this is going to open them up to be able to make a bit of an attempt down bottom. You can see Echo, Marblu, they're both here. Ready to go for the kill. Just hits up onto the level 6 on Marblu as well with that 11-minute timing. And, well, they've got the Siege Grip to be able to play around with. They've got Molasses. Summer, he's got to be careful about where he walks into it. He's actually been caught out here.
Bruiser Summer just gets blown up.
A little bit slow on the fingers.
Really nice. A little bit slow. And now Meteor going to be able to connect out on that first team fight that you look to get very aggressive with. Then this game can get very awkward.
Yeah, I mean, TZY's just bought the Vessel as well, but he doesn't have any charges on the urn, and I'm still wondering who he's actually going to be making plays with.
Well, mid lane Summer. Again, they're going to be able to get the connection with a hook shot. It's not fast enough. Clockwork's going to go down as a result of this as well with the Mortimer Kisses. So, Meteor, there we go. They're able to get 2 kills. Great use of the ultimates and dance off and pounce away. So, a couple of ultimates in conjunction together is not enough for Cactus to finally get a kill, which has been quite some time. They've only got 2 kills and we're 17 minutes in, and maybe it's our Meteor that look to turn it back around. They know there's a bit of a window for them with the ultimates on cooldown. Echoes will be able to charge through. Summer will finally pop the Rage, who's going to be okay for the moment. They'll look to get the Blink away, but the Pulverize just before TZY is able to escape. It will not matter though. But Slark saw the Brow, but he's jumped into his own death as Butterfly Effect is ready to go with the right click. So finally, Cactus gets some big turnaround kills.
Such a messy game of Dota, man. Like, Slark going into all of this AoE damage that they're able to provide, it's kind of wacky. They used all of their ultimates and didn't kill the Slark on the first go attempt. And they weren't really fighting around some huge objective either, you know, like a tower that's going to provide them a little bit of safety. All they really had to play with was this high ground ward that Jumi had set up previously. So, is there even a winner out of the back of that team fight? I really don't feel like there is.
Maybe another fight's going to break out though once again with the Clockwork. Should be able to set up for Butterfly Effect to get the kill, and well, it'll be Fish King, but it doesn't matter. I think regards to the winner, maybe it's just an individual being Butterfly Effect.
Really good job off the back of that really quick Blink Dagger that he was able to pick up.
And then he's setting up as well on the tree line. They're starting to rotate to top on Dire.
Timber can't get there
the
though,
jump.
for 15
Slark's
seconds.
off the mark with the first bounce, and as a result, TZY is going to be okay. That goes though into the middle. It's a huge combo out of the Primal Beast. All the health just gets ripped apart. And now they can look to charge down another. Jimmy actually will be able to... Molasses happy to potentially turn it back around, but really all eyes are going to be on Butterfly Effect and what the Shadow Fiend can do inside the middle of the team fights as they want to try and sort of chase down Marblu. Try to strike, proving to be an issue, but Dire nearby to turn it around. Echoes, that's a huge pulverize slamming away for the Clockwork. He's going to be killed off, although they're giving the bonus health out of the Infest. Molasses.
He didn't pop his
the one
hood.
that's actually going to go down as Butterfly Effect just tears him apart. The Shadow Fiend is enabled to right-click inside a Tricol lineup, and you're starting to get a lot of farm on these heroes. One in particular that is struggling is the Queen of Pain, so maybe it's not that true fashion Tricol with how much farm that the Quap has, but Butterfly Effect is really the one that you've got to be cautious of, as TZ will go down as a result to this. So just a singular kill onto the Snap 5, but there is going to be a wraparound. Instant Hope Out going to mitigate some of the damage from the Slark, so he'll be forced to pounce away.
That is a big undying with the Flesh Column and the BKB being popped. I mean, how often do you see a position 5 first item BKB after the boots, you know? Like, it goes to show how effective of an item this is going to be. Oh, bottom? Okay.
All right.
That's the power of the Blink Dagger coming through from the Primal Beast there. I was just about to mention that before the fight broke out. That
Of the Onslaught and then stop that as well afterwards, so...
And you're going to have a Tusk with you. You're going to have a Snapfire with you. They're not lacking in lockdown, that's for sure. And there's nothing to break it right now on Cactus.
Marblu be able to get the start, and once again we see what's able to come out with all the ultimates and components.
Summer, I don't think you want to be here.
We'll get the kill onto one. Jumi could act as an infest carrier if Summer requires it. We'll actually consider about beating back on a Molasses simultaneously. Butterfly Effect, he's got a haste room, so we can look to try and charge down TZ. They know where the Slark is positioned as well. They've got the ward on the higher ground. A very awkward position for Dire to take the fight in now and still roast.
That I was really looking for, right? But now Molasses is kind of on his own, man. You don't have the Pulverize to be able to play with for 10 seconds.
They want to take the fight though. Look at the damage from Echoes. Sonic Wave's going to push him away though. And Dire, they're starting to beeline to bottom. They're very close to the team fight as well. Radiant, they need to make their mind up of whether they're going to take the fight or look to retreat. Jumi is in some trouble. As soon as the BKB expires, they'll be able to bring him down. And up with the Slark, trying to turn over to TZY, but he'll just go to the right. Instead of the lifesteal, it just runs in solo.
Sonic Waves have really been on point, especially protecting the Shadow Fiend when he has that BKB already used.
Oh, Marblu actually jumps. Not really the start they're hoping for a Meteor. Butterfly Effect should be able to get the kill after the snowball. Oh, he popped BKB as well in a Meteor. Can they take the fight 4-on-5? Echo's going to find the opening for the Pulverize. Slark's on top of him as well. So plenty of damage on the Butterfly Effect. But once again, the Sonic Wave, it's enough to push them away. They're going to look for the turnaround. But Summer doesn't have the damage by himself. They really need the SF to pump in the right clicks. They'll get the attempt now, but Molasses, he's okay. And our Slark, he's got an opportunity to once again jump into the middle of the team fight. It's further to the north. Echoes, he'll be able to get onto TZY. Does he have the damage just by his lonesome self? He's got a lot of magic immunity inside this team fight.
I think they double smoked as well on Cactus, so they're a little bit rattled. They've got to make sure they can get there fast enough. Good positioning by Marblu as well to be able to break smoke.
Mark. Fish King, that's a great hook shot. Look at the angle. Trapping 3 inside the pit. That's going to enable Butterfly Effect. But they've only got the kill onto 1. Dire, they can look to turn it back around now. A lot was committed to start the fight. Need to respect Butterfly Effect though. We've still got the BKB on the Shadow Fiend to work with. It's going to be an in and out dance for the Slark in particular. Looking to try and steal a little bit of essence, then back off and regen up.
They really just want to wait for that Tombstone to expire. That's the thing that's stopping the Slark from being able to consistently play around that Shadow Dance. And, well, there we go. It has gone away. They don't have Tombstone. They don't have BKBs. They still do have one on the Lifestealer, though, so he's going to feel confident enough to go in.
Summer!
All right.
Oh, no. And now Echoes, he's holding Butterfly Effect into place as well, so their main damage source. He can finally look to activate the B. He's going to try and charge up the Requiem as well. But there's just going to be nothing else that's left in the tank as Meteor. They'll look for the cleanup. A snowball pass through too. Fish King's gonna go down as well. And off the back of the successful team fight, Dai can reap the rewards as Roche is all theirs for the taking.
Always kind of felt like the game would reach. See what Meteor Gaming choose to do, if it's just going to have closed a bit of a window that they had to close the game, or if they're just still going to go for it.
Bottom lane, Marblu. Oh, they don't kick Summer up on the high ground. Still, he needs an Infest target. Is he going to be able to find one though? Simultaneously, they're dying. He's going to get blown off
nice
from the northern side. That's a great rock throw from Echoes. He's still struggling to find a pulverized target though, Radiant. They've done a great job to reset back to safety of their high ground, but Echoes, he still wants to look to go in. As the Queen of Pain's vulnerable butterfly effect, he'll be able to charge up the ultimate. It's enough to get the one kill. Now Marblu's in trouble as well. A snowball further down to the low ground, but they've got the vision, need a little bit more damage, and it's not enough. Marblu will stay alive, and now Molasses, he's looking to hit back. They will force out the buyback out of TZY though, so Meteor paying some respect. I think they got a glimpse of Summer. They're really going to go for this attempt. Early BKB from Echo as they spy up the Shadow Fiend, but again,
the clock hook didn't hit.
His hook shot, their placement wasn't perfect, so the Shadow Fiend, they weren't able to cancel out the Pulverize, and now Echoes even wanting to get up to Jumi as well.
No bash. It's going to be a damage dealer that we've come to expect. They're just going to push in bot and mid and look to play around this. Again, Pulverize is almost back up. But it is back up. Refresh is almost back up.
They're going to be cautious. One person shows Marblu. Is she going to kick him away? There's the instant kill onto the Undying. And there's the buybacks forced, but they're going to get nothing out of it. Fishkin will try. A great cookie is going to be able to protect Marblu. They still want to dive deeper inside.
Where's that Arcane Requiem?
I mean, what is he really going to be able to do? They'll turn their attention back over towards the Slark, but they're just lacking the control and the damage. Slark will stand strong with the activation of the Refresher. He's got a second round of the Shadow Dance. Butterfly Effect, he'll finally get that Arcane Blink into the Requiem, but it just does
not on
damage.
Top of anyone.
Yeah, it does nothing. No one was on top, so... Oh.
They're playing with their food a little bit right now on Meteor, and for good reason. I mean, from the draft, I feel like these are the guys that had it available to themselves, and yeah, they're not even going to go for that one last defense. GG being called by Summer on the Lifestealer. This was a draft issue for mine, plain and simple. You know, like I was feeling really confident with Meteor, even because you're just going to do nothing into the arena, into the glimpse, into the kinetic field. You don't want to be held in place.
Uh-oh.
Get a quick kill.
Run! Run! Oh, well, a little bit of awkward communication, but
they'll still get him.
Nonetheless, they will still get... Oh, well, they will get it, but it's going to be Molasses that finds first blood. It's a core, but unfortunately, it's not Echoes that finds first blood on the mid-Mars.
It's fine. 3.5 minutes, man, and he's having to TP back to his lane.
Don't you just... You dive again with Scorched Earth.
You do, but it's still 15 seconds away.
You might not even need it, though. Oh, they're going to be forced to TP Disruptor up top. It's a pretty good shards, but regardless, the Drow's still in a lot of trouble. Oh, that's a huge kill for them to find. And even with Marblu TPing up, the Disruptor's not going to be able to keep her alive, and they might not even get a return kill. Tag team up in a couple of seconds, and they just got that right click from the Disruptor to slow down Fish King. So, yes, they'll be able to trade kills, but the Drow has to make the walk a shame to top.
I really didn't feel like they needed to continue running left.
Really nearby at the secret shop. Really nice heads-up play, honestly. That's a big thing. That could be a lane-winning thing.
Mm-hmm.
Stop again, Drow.
Marblu doesn't have TP this time.
Jumi's going to rotate. So what do? Snowball. It'll buy some time, but it's just going to delay the inevitable. And in fact, TZ, he's also going to go down as well. So Cactus, this early rotation coming out from Jumi is perfect. They recognize the Lycan.
And this is still the siege creep. It's 6 minutes 20, and they've still got the siege creep there. They don't have the glyph because they used Drow for a little bit. They have walked underneath this ward, and Echo is going to land this stun. Okay.
I'm not mad though. Some of the use of the shapeshift proving to be a really big issue for Echoes. They'll finally be able to get the stun up. The cookie follow-up as well. Do they have the damage? One more right click and Summer goes down, but the rebuttal from the boys on Cactus echoes.
A gust could help him.
He's getting chased over to the right side. They need the Wolves to body block him. Great micro from Summer, even though he's sent to the grave. There still might be some turnaround potential though. TZ trying to get on Butterfly Effect, but the Snowball's going to be able to stop the feed on the backline stab. Fish King, beautiful use of this spell casting, gets on top of the Drow Ranger, and in the end, that exchange well and truly favors Cactus's Butterfly Effect. We rewarded with a double kill.
They're probably even going to get a D-ward out of them as well that doesn't land onto anything. Is, well, what a great start to the game TZY has had on his Doom. Gets an 8.5-minute Midas as, you know, that maxed out Scorched Earth to be able to play around with. No, I think it's a pretty equivalent Shadowfiend game. I think it's just every other hero doesn't feel completely useless this time around.
Mid lane, Echoes. Oh, he's going to miss on the spear, but still they've got the Mortimer Kisses. And with this Butterfly Effect, is he going to go down? The glimpses at the ready from Marblue, but he ran out of range. Butterfly Effect still is in some trouble, but where's the damage to come out? TZ is going to try and attempt the Molasses as well as into the middle. Then now, with how weak they are, Summer, he could just look to clean up. The Wolves ready to feast. They'll get the one, and soon the second. In fact, it's somehow the Jakiro that is rewarded with a double kill, but this is a prime position for them to now turn this into some
Overlord and take away a lot of the damage that they have right now on Cactus.
My only thing against that is it seems like they're playing complete opposite sides of the map. So we will see Doom in trouble. Echoes, there's that blink reveal, and this is the hero on top of the network, so a gigantic kill for Meteor to find, and Summer committed with the shapeshift as well. He'll get the kill onto Marblue, so the trade is there, but at least he doesn't feed the Helm Dome creep as well. He's going to be able to recapture one of the neutrals, but you're very happy with that on Dire. That was the hero on top, and able to get the kill onto the Doom now.
I'm not sure you necessarily need to be playing right next to a tier 2 tower when tier 1 mid is still up. Pretty valuable item to pick up, and they're just giving more and more. Like, that was a solo kill that Drow was able to get on the bottom side of the map. This should not be allowed to happen. Like, she is the main target, especially with this Midas. You don't have any stats outside of the Treads and the Wraithband. You are very squishy still, so I feel like they're kind of giving away a lot of their good early start on Cactus.
Still, though, for them, if we're looking at another core, Echoes, he needs to continue to capitalize on the blink, and we might see that be the case. They're going to be able to combine that up with the Static Storm, so a kill over towards the Lycan. Radiant, they're starting to venture down to potentially turn this back around, but Jumi's going to be caught out with the cookie. They'll trade the life of Marblue, but that is so important that Echoes is continuing to get involved in the kills. His position to Mars can definitely fall off.
The
Keep
Dino
Marblue alive! All right, they will be able to do so. No one goes down. Oh my.
I'm a little surprised with Echo's positioning there. I really thought he was waiting for Jimmy might die. Never mind, maybe it's a bait.
This one that wants to go back in. They still got the Doom to work with, but that can enable the Drow Ranger in the middle of the team fight. We'll see if she's got the damage so to turn this one around.
Jimmy's not dead.
It's Fish King. He's going to be able to send the Drow over to the right side. Radiant going to turn their attention to deal with the carry. The Drow's a little bit vulnerable for the moment, but it has the backup. The protection of the tier 2 tower Echoes, but the Doom expiring. He's got the spells to utilize once again. And in the end, it's a Dire that comes out on top, and they're going to instantly smoke. They've got the Doom at the ready as well, but it looks like with the Cook, it helped reposition the Mars. He should be okay. TPs are starting to come out. They're a little bit slow with the TPs, though, so as a result, Echoes is still going to go down. Butterfly Effect jumps into the middle, yet to activate the BKB. He's finally going to try and do so, but the Drow Ranger can easily stand strong with the marksmanship advantage. Butterfly Effect tries to get on top of her, but it'll be a little bit too late. But the Death Requiem still gets the kill onto the Snapfire, but in the end, it will be a 2-for-2. The reactions were a bit slow from Meteor, but once they came out, we saw it was very difficult for Cactus to be able to turn that skirmish in their favor. Starting to see a lot of momentum being built for Meteor, but they haven't been able to do too much with it. They might get the kill onto Fish King bottom, though. Got Butterfly Effect nearby, but Shadowfiend just wants to continue his farm. They are starting to actually TP down to the outpost.
And they're realizing it's taken too long.
Oh, they kisses for it. That's definitely not what you're hoping for. Is now Butterfly Effect. What's he going to be worried about? Even Arena to try and send them away. So there's a free fight for the Doom.
That's the
He's
Gem.
going to be able to jump to deal with the Tusk. Gem will be picked up from Molasses. Drow's going to be able to enter the fight as well, but she's going to be so cautious of her own positioning, as this is looking like a free fight for Radiant. It's just a question of, can they get multiple kills off the back of this advantage? Going to be cautious about diving deep under the T2 towers. Drow will get some distance out of the Hurricane Pike, starting to get the damage out onto TZY. You're very hesitant about jumping in, though Echoes doesn't have a lot of health, and nor the BKB to work with.
They got all that information to work with, though.
And there's the jump. It comes down to the vision, comes down to the information, and they'll use it perfectly. Summer's going to go down as a result to this, and they should be able to get Jumi as well. It's unfortunate that they do lose Echoes, but still, the Drow range are continuing to be dominant at this stage of the game. Top of the net worth here for the carry on Meteor.
Just a quick, you know, it's... I don't even want to say it's a comfort thing. It's a personal choice.
Speaking of Summer, he might be in trouble. Got this cliff forward. How do they want to start? Do they just drop their Static Storm to secure the kill? Oh, instant Hex! Still, he should go down, though. The kinetic field will last long enough. They're onto the Drow Ranger, but a Great Force Staff's going to be able to get her out of danger. She can reposition to the northern side, so the Doom's going to have no effect in this inside this longer drawn-out fight. It'll still be a 1-for-1. Dire very hesitant about retreating, but now they feel like it's the time to get away, as even TZ will just narrowly escape with the blink.
Don't really have too much to be able to play with outside of this SF, though, and, well, they're actually just going to look to walk into the Roche pit. They're making sure to avoid their pathing, so it's not underneath this high ground ward, though. TZ, it's going to give them the information.
They're going to buy back on Molasses, too. He still does have the Mortimer Kisses, but he might be a little bit too late. TZY is looking to make the space, but this is an ideal position for the Drow to be able to get the damage going. He's got the bodyguards playing in front. Butterfly Effect's going to force him forward. Who gets the Aegis? It's still on the ground. Jumi picks up it. You don't want the Undying to have the Aegis. You want the Shadow Fiend to have it. And without Butterfly Effect to pick it up, it's going to spell disaster for Cactus. As Meteor, they can look to swarm over the remaining members. Jumi off the back of the respawn. There's going to be no escape here for the Undying. It's beautifully done. Meteor take a gigantic fight around the pit.
Did he get... Okay, he got the shot as well.
You're next to a high ground where you've got a ward where you're easily able to reposition, and you're playing with Echoes in front of you to act as that bodyguard. So if they're going to have success, it needs to be that case again, as we'll see. Echoes will be able to get the jump in. Tombstone's going to give Radiant a lot of information to play with. A bit of an awkward start to the fight from Dire, and even worse Static Storm usage. So this is where Radiant should be able to shine. They won't have Summer, though, as he does get glimpsed away, but it's not going to matter. A very messy engagement for the boys on Dire is going to result in them losing 3.
Around with. So it's not like any kind of teammate positioning or TP availability is going to be that big game changer.
They're going to be able to catch up the Doom. The chain control, it's not perfect. Echoes held onto the spear, so TZY was able to activate the BKB, punched up in a couple of seconds, but in fact, it's actually the BKB that expires, didn't have that perfect coverage of the TP out.
Oh, Marblu was even looking for another pick off onto Fish King. He seems to think that he was in the trees, and he was, before he blinked towards the right side. Look at this Jakiro build, by the way. Is he going to go for the Ice Path to be able to interrupt? They actually cancelled the TP.
Okay, so they get the kill onto the Chigiro. Static Storm's going to be laid down. Also, back inside Dire's base, Radiant were making some aggressive attempts. That was Shapeshift forced out. They might even go for a second full set after the mid. What's really stopping them?
Absolutely nothing. No Shapeshift, no Doom. It's really only Shadow Fiend that you're worried about. You caught him.
Oh, great force up to reposition. Fish King, that's a huge combo out of the Jakiro. He might tick out, and he does all the damage over time, secures the kill, but TZY, he goes down as well. Hang on, this might be the game-winning fight here for Meteor. The buybacks are lacking.
Gem's still on the deck. Molasses going to pick it up this time, making sure to retain it for the team, and there's a buyback being used by the Tusk. They know they're in a dominant position. They've got this Snapfire. Again, all of the attack damage really starting to come into effectiveness now. And you know that you're going to be attacking a whole lot more often as well with that marksmanship coming through. Jumi. I mean,
space making.
Yeah, space for what?
Death. So Summer's back up. He didn't want to buy back because he doesn't have shapeshift, but it's still down for 5 seconds. They're probably going to be able to end it before he can activate the ultimate. They're pushing incredibly fast.
He's been caught as well.
He goes for a blind static storm. Both the cores are getting controlled at the moment. There's going to be no opportunity for them to even have a hope of defending. As the team that was 0-2 will be able to find the series.